What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the My Player Career Mode. Now, I owe you guys a massive apology, a huge apology, because this episode was supposed to be live, and it was live up until, of course, I came into my editing software. To explain what basically happened, well, I recorded a 40-minute episode thinking I was doing it live com, and basically, I have a Rode Podcaster mic, and then I have a webcam, right? I plugged in the webcam, and for some reason, I didn't realise the webcam had become the main audio. So for the majority of the episode, for all of the episode, basically, it took the audio from the webcam. So the live com basically sounds like I'm in a massive hall and you can barely understand what I'm saying. It's so loud and it's so just stupid. There'd be no point in me showing you it because it really did frustrate me. And the main problem was I couldn't re-record the episode because I'd already saved it. So this game already went ahead no matter what. So basically, you're going to have to deal with me as postcom, and also there'll be no in-game sound. I apologise in advance, massive sorry to you guys, but it's the best of a bad situation in that sense. So I'm still going to show you it, of course, because I want to show you all of the games we play on this series, and I don't want to have you guys missing out by any stretch of the imagination. And don't get me wrong, it's still a really good final, and I'm sure you guys are going to be looking forward to this, even if it is postcom, of course, because although it did kind of annoy me in the respect that I would have liked this to have been live so you could understand and get a grasp for everything that I basically, all of my reactions and all that good stuff. As much as I would have liked this to have been live, at the same time, it's not that terrible that it's post because you're still getting it anyways. But it's just like, yeah, I'm frustrated because I should have noticed that and I'm a mug for not noticing. But at the end of the day, there's nothing you can do, and it's making the best of a bad situation. Like I said, I can't talk today, guys. I'm really bad. But you know what? Anyways, that's the team on your screen that Barcelona are in fact playing for this final. Very, very interesting fact here, guys. No Felipe Coutinho. He's still not starting the game. I don't know what on earth is wrong with this Barca manager. He just won't start Coutinho. And in my eyes, he's their best player, or one of their best players anyways. And honestly, it's couldn't have asked for a better start from this one. Just to mention, it is on professional difficulty, and we are playing 7 minutes and a half for this one because I felt like it was a final. It had to be a little bit longer than normal. And Koulibaly made a massive mistake, gave me the ball, felt as though he had to sprint back to stop the mistake from making it into a goal, and in the end gives us a penalty kick from this. It's a very, very weird penalty kick to say the least, and he's very lucky to escape without getting a card here. And yeah, it was just all shaping up. It was written in the script, guys, for me to miss that penalty and hit the post. It just really was. The first ever Champions League final that I'm playing in, it just was written in the script for us to miss that. So I was frustrated because, live, I was kind of like, I can't believe it, and, all this good stuff. But at the end of the day, the amount of penalties I miss in this game, and for it to do it in the Champions League final is just unacceptable here. So 14 minutes on the clock, I had a chance for redemption, and then I put that one wide, so it looked as if today was not going to be my day, to say the least, in this final here. And I have to give credit where credit's due. My team were giving me chances in the early part of this one. It was just me fluffing my lines here. 35 minutes on the clock. I want to flick onto Brandt. Brandt goes down the line to me here. Fantastic little move, I have to say, as well. As we get into the penalty area here, nothing I could really do from this other than try and find that bottom corner. And that's exactly what we did. So Real Madrid 1, Barcelona 0, 36 minutes into this one here. And I'm really, really frustrated because you can't hear the crowd, of course. And you can't hear all the good stuff like that. But you know what? I was buzzing to find that goal. I was absolutely over the moon because at the end of the day, it's my first ever Champions League final. I have a job to do, and to have missed a penalty on the not on the world, but on the biggest stage at the moment in club level is certainly a massive, massive blow. So to go there, grab myself a goal in that sense as well, and finish it the way I did, I was buzzing with it because it just kind of made me have that little bit more confidence that I was maybe escaping me after that penalty miss. So I was hoping that was going to be a sign of things to come for the second half here as Barca go back deep. And for some reason, they made an absolute howler during this game. I don't know what was wrong with them in the first half. They just could not get themselves on the ball. And when they had it, they simply were not good enough. As I struck one against the bar there, and it could have been an absolute worldie of a goal. But unfortunately not, as it is going to be half-time. And we move into the second half. Barca got themselves back into the game a little bit in the second half, I have to say. But it was us with the first chance as Brandt went down the right-hand side. I'm screaming at this stage for him to just run and shoot because I did not want him to play the ball. He played it in the end, and I got myself on the end of it. But it was simple save for ter Stegen to make. No idea why he did not just keep running and shoot himself. But 70 minutes on the clock, Barca got themselves their first chance. And you remember Kevin De Bruyne's goal from last episode. I had flashbacks of it there, with this time a different Barcelona player striking one from the edge of the area, and it went wide of the corner, thankfully for us. 79 minutes on the clock now. Barca really were throwing everything at it to try and get themselves an equaliser and take this to extra time. Neymar this time goes close before it was a save from Courtois. You'll see it from a better angle in just a moment here. It was actually straight at the Belgians, so it wasn't as good a save as I was making out when I first saw this, but it's still an important save nonetheless, and it means that Barca have a corner with 10 minutes or so left in this game. Are they going to break our hearts, guys? Or are we going to hold out and become champions for the first time in my career? As Courtois again made another save. And 82 minutes on the clock. Ball down the right-hand side. I thought I was offside here. Somehow the referee allowed play on. I did genuinely think I was offside. Apparently not, though. Running through on goal. I tried to square this across with the driven pass, but in the end, just passed it straight to ter Stegen. 85 minutes on the clock. We won the ball back in our half. And at this stage, I was kind of thinking, just keep it up this half. Do not give anything cheap away. As Brandt gave me the ball through. Surely going to wrap the game up here and make it to... Nope. Yeah, the less said about that one, the better, pretty much. Because that was a shocking strike. A very, very poor effort. He cannot, I'm afraid, have shots like that on the stage that it is today. So... that is absolutely poor. So, at the end of the day, guys, you know, even if we're going to win this 1-0, I have missed a penalty and I missed a massive opportunity there. And you can see we did, in fact, go on to win it by 1-0. So, for all of Barca's last kind of 20 or so minutes, throwing everything and throwing the kitchen sink at the game, they could not find the equaliser when it mattered the most. So, we did hold on for a very nervy 1-0 victory. And... you know, when I was kind of live commenting this at the time, I was just saying how relieved I was at the fact that we finally won ourselves a Champions League. I can put my name into the record books with some of the best players in the world. So now, I've pretty much won every single thing that I wanted to win at club level. Which brings me to my next point for you guys. So, at this stage, a lot of people have been asking me, you know, what comes next? You know, where do we go next from here in terms of what team do we join? What do we do? Because even if I win the Champions League, or even if I don't win it, I was going to stay at Real Madrid and try and win it because I felt Real Madrid were going to be the team that could win as it. And that's exactly what you're seeing here. So in that case, my only other thing now, guys, is that personally speaking, I would like to like to finish my career off in England in the Premier League. And the team I would like to go to, of course, being an Arsenal fan, would be Arsenal. So I think that's the last place that I'm probably going to visit and before we end this series off in terms of this one, because, you know, I've won everything I've wanted to win. Champions League is now in my grasp. The only other thing I guess that I want to win is my hands on a Premier League trophy, which is why it makes sense for us to go back to the Prem and join a Premier League club and try and win it. And in many ways, like I said, the team to do that would be Arsenal. Of course, being an Arsenal fan, it would be extremely really good to be able to go back to the Emirates and play our final few years out there. We'll see anyways, guys. I'll get your feedback, in the comment section and see what you guys are reckoning from this one. But certainly, I was absolutely buzzing to find that Champions League in our hands. And I cannot say any more than that, really, because it was a good effort from all the boys. You know, we found ourselves a goal down against Bayern Munich. We overturned that leg by 3-1. We played out of minds there as well. So, yeah, it was a really, really good kind of competition for us. And when you consider the fact that we played at the likes of Bayern Munich, we were knocked out there. We played at the likes of Manchester City. We were knocked out by Lyon. We've played at Valencia. And we were knocked out of the Champions League by Bayer Leverkusen. We've had a lot of chances. And to finally get my hands on it, it feels really, really good. So there you go. There's the match facts for you guys. Anybody really interested in how the game panned out? Of course, we were slightly the better team. Although, Bayern had a little bit more possession than we did. So... you know, it's one of them things. Possession is not the way forward in football. It's how many chances you create. You can have as much of the ball as you want, but if you're kicking it around your back four, you ain't creating chances. You're not going to win the game. So that's exactly what Barca kind of did today. They kept a lot of the possession in the middle of the park and around their back four. Didn't go forward with it, and they were kind of, you know, their own makers, if you will, and making themselves lose this final. But I'm showing you again here the penalty kick, of course. That looked as if it was going to come back to haunt us before we managed to score this goal to win the Champions League final. And you remember, guys, as well, you know, we've won the World Cup in this series, and I didn't really treat it that massive compared to what it actually it was, because I kind of treated this so big, and scoring that goal was actually, like, really, really, I guess, mind-blowing. But to consider the fact that we played in the World Cup final, and I scored the World Cup winning goal in that final as well against Uruguay, and then I didn't kind of have the same experience I did with this Champions League final. It's a weird kind of feeling. So I'm hoping we can get ourselves back to a World Cup final again and experience it all again and see what we can do from that respect. But we'll see, because, you know, we're playing the World Cup in the next episode, and hopefully we can get ourselves off to a good start. I'll show you the World Cup groups as well before we end today's episode off, so you can see all that good stuff regarding that. And you can see exactly who we've got in our group and who some of the other teams have in their group as well. So you'll see that in just a moment's time here. And also, there's going to be a squad report. We're going to look at some other stuff like the scorers in the league and just in general the squad report and stuff. So you guys will have to check that out in more detail as well. But just before we get into all that, because you obviously don't need me to talk you through the groups here, my game plan is, for the next episode, for this World Cup, I want you guys to let me know in the comments, would you prefer to see all of the World Cup live, or just the later stages of the World Cup live? Because I could do it all live, of course, and then we'd have the entire kind of thing as live com, and it would be more interesting to give you guys my reactions. Or we could do post com, and then obviously have just maybe the semi-final and the final live if we get there, because I think that'd make it a little bit kind of different from all that stuff. I don't kind of want to do the entire thing live, but I'm willing to do that if you guys want me to. So let me know in the comments below, what would you prefer? A bit of post com and then the last two live, as in the semi-final and the final if we get there, or a live com for the entire competition. So yeah, let me know down below, and I'll be certain to do whatever you guys tell me to do in that one. So of course, guys, we were the top scorer of La Liga Santander with 30 league goals in the entire campaign, which is really good actually. And we also were the top assist maker as well with 9 in the league, which isn't too bad either. So very happy to say that. And then now, guys, I'm going to go for a squad report. We'll check out some of the players and stuff and see what they did in this season. But one thing to note, actually, Rafael Varane has 1 month left on his deal. So if he leaves the club, I think that basically might make my mind up in terms of me leaving. Because, you know, you can't afford to lose somebody along the lines of Rafael Varane. It just simply is inexcusable. So, in my opinion, if they do not sign Rafael Varane back on, that is going to be a huge, huge miss to us here. You can see contract expiring in a month's time. He's played 51 games this season at a 7-match rating. He has been vital for us at the back. So for me personally, you cannot afford to lose this man. And if he does go, that will certainly give me second thoughts about my future here at Real Madrid. Because as well, we've been attacked by the manager in the media in terms of this season as well. That's the first time I think ever I've been attacked more than once in an entire season at a club. So to be attacked 3 times in a single season by the manager in what I thought was a good season, that for me is very disheartening. So I don't know about you guys, but yeah, that's very, very bad. But anyways, we'll see what happens anyway from the next episode of this career mode, because, you know, as I said, we've got that next kind of thing to come in the World Cup. As I said, leave me down if you want me to do it live, or if you would like some post-com and live-com. I won't make any decisions on the future of the clubs that I'm joining or anything like that up until that World Cup is finished. I'll get that out of the way first, and then we'll decide what we're doing regarding our future, if we stay at Real Madrid or if we in fact do go somewhere else. And yeah, that's basically it, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one. If you have, I'd appreciate a like rating. I just want to say quickly as well, massive thank you to all of you guys out there who support me and support the channel. I understand as well, sometimes career mode channels can get a little bit boring and stuff, but once I have more time on my hands, I am looking to do some stuff in the future that hopefully spice the channel up again and give you guys something entertaining as well to watch alongside the normal career mode series. So that's all to come later on in the next couple of months or so. But hopefully you've enjoyed this episode regardless, guys. 47 goals, in the entirety of this season with 20 assists. Not too shabby Alonso, if I do say so myself. So other than that, guys, I will catch you all with another video and the start of the World Cup very, very soon. Stay tuned. You do not want to miss it. Adios!